Hey everyone, so I'm just wanting to let you know what we're going to do on today's video. We're going to go to Home Depot and we're going to look at some grab bar options, and we're going to go through some of those, and then we are going to go and look at some of the options of things we can find online and explore some of the potential grab bar choices that you have and some of the pros and cons at least of some of those. And so let's go around for the tour. So we're back in Home Depot today and we are looking at grab bars. I'm going to take a little bit of a discussion about some of the grab bar options and what some of those look like. We can't pull some of these out, but there are definitely ones that we can look a little more at some of their features and see how they compare to some of the things that we talked about in related to choosing a grab bar. So the first option that you see a lot of here is a suction grab bar. Personally, I don't recommend these. I do have some in my kit that I bring out just to trial for locating where grab bars are. If you're going to use a suction grab bar, this one is definitely better because it has an indicator onto whether the suction is actually working or not, but still they tend to come off the wall and cannot be and are not always safe. But if this one at least tells you whether the suction's in place, that's a little safer. You can see that there are several different models that you're looking at here. Some that look a lot more institutionalized than others, some that have a fancier finish, some that are coming in colors. Now in Home Depot, they only have a white option that's here. We'll talk a little bit about some of the online options. There's some that have exposed screw holes. And then there's some here that are called assist bars. And the assist bars have a lower weight rating than the actual grab bars. Let's talk about some of the features while we're here. So some of the things you want to look at is what is the size of the grip. And you can see there's some variation in that. In the other video, we talked about the size of the grip. But this one has definitely a much bigger grip. And I'm trying to see how big that is, but that's definitely nicer, bigger for a hand than this smaller one here, which is definitely much smaller and harder to grip. But on all of these, what I'm a little concerned about is how smooth or slippery they are. So this one is definitely very smooth and wouldn't be something I'd recommend. It doesn't have a non-slip surface. This is definitely a little more non-slip, but still not necessarily as non-slip as I would like, but definitely it has some non-slip features to it. This white one, the painting finish on that makes it a little more slippery. And then you can come to some of these models here. Again, these look more institutional, but the screws are at least concealed on these. And again, not with the non-slip option. These ones are 1 1/4 inch in diameter, so again a nice grip size here with that 1 1/4 inch.
How you doing?
This one has a non-slip option on it, so that's really handy. You can see it right here, and that would be a really good choice with that piece. And the same here for more of a non-slip surface, but not that non-slip choice that's there. Then if we come to these, we can't open the box on these. They do, oops, trying to grab them out here. They're pretty much chrome. I don't see that they have a non-slip version. So something to be aware of with that. We'll talk a little bit about mounting systems in the next time, but there's quite a range here, so it gives you some choices.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, this is Sue Doyle with OT Lifestyle Solutions again. So we have done a little trip to the hardware store to look at what options were available there for grab bars. And now we're going to take a little tour with the online options just to see what other kinds of things we can come up with. So let me just share my screen here, and we're going to look at what our options are. So as we look at grab bars, there's a range of choices, and most of these I got from HomeDepot.com, which had more options than in the store, Lowe's.com, so a lot of them were Delta and Moen products, also some grab accessories. Occasionally I pulled up a couple of things from Amazon.com, and then as we've talked about some specialty things, I'll tell you where those were. So first of all, I'm going to just talk about grab accessory grab bars. I have a few of these. I like these. They tend to look nice. They're also very sturdy. They also come, and we'll talk about this when we do the video on installation, but they also come with an installation pack with them that allows them to be still able to hold 500 pounds without being placed in the studs. And a couple of handymen who have installed them for me have said that they're also very easy to install. The other thing I like is you can see in the picture with the hand in it, there's these non-slip grip pads that are along the back of the bar. You can't see them, as you can tell looking at the front of the pictures. You can't see them from the front, but they're there at the back so you don't slip on those. So those are some good ideas. They've got some slightly curved options. They've got straight options, and we'll talk about a few others as we go on. The next one that we looked at was at HomeDepot.com, and these grab bars from Allied Brass, is who made these ones, and they had a reeded finish. You could also get them in smooth finishes, but I was really interested in options that were a little more non-slip, and so you can see here different kinds of looks, a little bit more modern, not looking like your typical grab bar. Now again, these ones are grab bars. They are ADA compliant with up to 500 pounds. As we go through some of these options, you need to be really careful when you're looking online that they don't say assist bars. And I think we had one of those when we looked in the store. Those are often only rated for 250 pounds and not really for use as a full grab bar, but just as an assist bar. So thinking about, what those needs are. There are also some other options that are waived. In these are interesting. As you can see, they add in the picture there, they add some interest. They don't look like a normal grab bar. So they're a little bit more stylish. They're ADA compliant. These ones, generally, most of them I saw come at 1¼ inch diameter. And the other thing about them is they do have a rise and a fall in them, so they do allow awful comfort for different height people, and also for depending on what you're doing for some variation in the height. So these are kind of options that you can look at that don't look like a standard grab bar and still meet those requirements. We talked before about the need for colored grab bars, and again, these are going to be individually determined. Some of it is taste, of course, but some of it may also be dependent on if you have vision or cognitive impairments and looking at those. So here's where we had to go to some more specialized sites. GrabBarSpecialist.com had the option that you see the little squares with all the different colors in. And then Grab Bars Direct had the ones where you see the samples of the 5 grab bars there. The samples strip that runs below was taken from HomeDepot.com, but Lowe's and Home Depot, these are the options generally that they have. So nickel, chrome, bronze, and stainless steel, which is kind of fitting in with normal bathroom fixtures, and then they do have the white and the black. But if you want something a little bit more colored or playful, or we're wanting something that's going to contrast a lot more, or you've got some vision issues going on, then we might need to look at some of the specialty stores. One of the other options is to have things that don't look quite like grab bars. And there's several options here. The one on the left that has a little kick out with the toilet paper on it, that one I think is a Moen product, and so it looks like a normal toilet roll holder, but it's actually a little fancier, and it is rated as a grab bar. So that bar up on the top is rated to be able to take 500 pounds, not just a stand assist bar. And so that's one option. The darker one in the middle at the bottom is the style and shape of grab accessories. They have them, of course, in multiple colors. By colors, I mean, the brushed nickel, the chrome, this brushed bronze, I think it is. So those are your normal standard bathroom fixtures. The one on the right, I think, is another Delta product or Moen product, and those are available again on Lowe's or HomeDepot.com, and most of these are also available on Amazon. The one up above it, I think, came from Wayfair, which has a bit more of a wave option. It also has an option so that it's lower when you're sitting and higher option when you're standing, so that can be helpful, particularly if you need that support while you're standing to pull up your pants. Again, these things are very individualized, and so these are all things that a good assessment would help you be able to decide on the right options. There are also some other options. The one on the left, of course, is another angled one, offering you that option for higher and lower. I like the curved one better because it's easy to get a grip on the top of that bar versus this one, but that's still a choice here. Now, if you don't have a wall beside the toilet, then it's really hard to add a grab bar. And so there's some flip down options that are available, and you can see those illustrated here as well. Again, these were available, on Amazon. Looking at, there's a Moen product that was very easily available on Home Depot and Lowe's. And then I think Wayfair had the other options there. One of the things that I find is clients often grab hold of the towel bars. And I usually try to remind people that most of us don't look or weigh like a towel. And so it's really unsafe. And I've gone to several clients' homes where the towel bars are loose and they're coming out of the wall. When I ask them about it, they're like, yeah, we've had to replace them about 3 or 4 times. So one of the things I would suggest is that you actually just go ahead and replace it with a towel grab bar. And each of these here are rated again with the ADA level to be able to take 500 pounds. And so those are all good options that you can put there. One of the things to note is the towel racks are often a bit smaller, 18 inches or so. So looking for those options. The one on the two with the man in the robe and the one in the center, those are grab accessory products. And so again, you can see the grab accessory kind of style. They can be mounted anywhere with their mounting, and they really are going to be very solid. And again, those have the wider 1.5-inch grip. If you look at the one on the other side, with the white towel hanging underneath, that one is a Moen product, again with the smaller towel hanging option than the bar, but again rated for 500 pounds and going to provide you with good support. So those are all choices of where you can have grab bars for support, where you would normally reach for a towel bar. And I would say if you've got someone with any balance issues, or you find they're reaching or you're reaching for items there, replace the towel bars in your bathroom automatically with these towel grab bars, because it reduces the risk of someone using it in an emergency and pulling it out of the wall and then falling. You can also, in the shower, find all kinds of now accessory options that fit to provide you with a grab bar but don't look like grab bars. So there's that corner shelf that you can see on the top left side of the slide there. That fits into a corner, but that's actually sturdy as a grab bar. It will take the full 500 pounds. And so those are options. There's that shelf there that is also another option. And then you can see down in the bottom, there are the rings that go around the faucet controls that you can put right there, so you've got something to hold on directly in front of you if you're standing in the shower. And then there's the wave grab bars that you can put on the side. Another option that was available, and again, all of these are available, Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. There's other places like build.com and Wayfair, but most people are pretty aware of homedepot.com. You can go pick it up at the store on lowes.com. But what you find here, these are grab bar slide bars. And so one of the things I want you to be aware of, there are some that adjust the slide bars. There are some that are the assist bars. But what you're looking for here is one that says ADA approved grab bar. And with that, it will take the full 500-pound weight that's needed, but you can slide the shower head up and down. And then as you slide the shower head up and down, that bar functions as a grab bar. So this is really helpful, if you have one person that stands in the shower, one person who sits in the shower, or a person who does a combination of both. If you need to have assist to stand up directly in front while you take care of personal areas, these are options depending on your ability. And again, this is where having a good functional assessment by an occupational therapist would help with being able to choose some of the options. But what I really want you to note here is that there are lots of options. It doesn't have to look like a hospital now. You can still see some pretty nice options just going straight into the store like we did in Home Depot. But you can also find some really good options easily online now that are very nice looking, still very functional, and also have a range of places where you can put them. So that's it for looking at the grab bars and trying to look at choices and what our options are. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about installing them and where to install them. So look out for the next video. And thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, reach out to your nearest occupational therapist or to us here at OT Lifestyle Solutions to help you find an answer for those questions. Put a question down below. Thanks. Have a good day.